Welcome my students, welcome to my today's topic. Today our topic is introduction to C++. Okay. So already we have learned about various types of applications on our phone. Okay. And also on computer. So all the computer based applications are created using a computer language. Okay. So we know what is a computer language. It is the language in which we give instructions to a computer. Okay, got it? So the mother of all computer languages is the C language, and C++ is an extension to that language. Okay, so let us learn about this language. Okay, so what is C++? It is the high level language. Okay, so it is easy to understand and execute. It can run on different operating systems such as Windows, Linux and Mac OS. Okay, it was developed by Bjarne Stroustrup. Okay, got it. So the basic point of C++ is it is a high level computer language. Okay, got it. Now it is the features of C++. Portable, mid level language, it is structured language, it contains rich library, it is object oriented, recursion, pointers, compiler based, faster, extensible, memory management and simple. So all these points are of C++ programming language. Just remember all these points, later we will be discussing briefly on it. Okay. Next is structure of a C++ program. Here it is the structure how to write a C++ program. Okay. So a C++ program always starts with the header files. Okay. And then defines the main function. Okay. So what is the header files? Header files are used in a programming language to define the layout of the data contained in a program. Okay, so the purpose of header files is to hold the declaration in a program. Okay, so all the header files use the extension, here it is .h. Okay, got it? So we have to include here all the header files at first. Okay, then we have to use the main function. So the main function here is the entry point of any C++ program. It is called automatically. Okay, all other functions are executed inside the main function. Okay, got it? Here the void main signifies that the main function will return nothing after its execution. Okay, so what is the function here? Function is a set of instruction which does something and returns something. Here it does not return anything to the main function, so that here it is void. Void means nothing. Okay, got it? So C++ statements are written with a semicolon at the end of each statement within curly brackets. Okay, got it? Now it is the welcome screen of C++. Okay, so now we will learn how to open a program in C++. We will find many built-in programs in C++. To open an existing program in C++, at first we have to click on file, then click on open, and then the open a file dialog box appears. Here it is, open a file dialog box. Click and select a file from the open a file dialog box here, select any file from here, then click on open. The selected program appears on the screen. Okay, so we can also press the F3 shortcut key. Here it is, F3 shortcut key will open a file dialog box. Okay, next we will learn about how to run a program in C++. Suppose we have written the program on the blue screen, okay, and we want to run this program. Okay, to run this program in C++, at first we have to click here on the run to open a drop down list, then click on the runs here. Also we can use the Ctrl plus F9 shortcut key to directly run the program. Okay, so if we click on run, then the output screen appears. So output screen is like black screen. Okay, now next is how to save a program in C++. To save a program in C++, at first we have to click on file, then click on the save, or you can use F2 shortcut key. Okay, then the save file as dialog box appears. Here it is save file as dialog box. Enter the name of the file in the save file as dialog box here, and then click on OK. Okay, so by this way you can save a file using the save file as dialog box. Remember that when we are trying to save C++ program files, then the extension should be .cpp. Okay, so that here the extension is hello.cpp. Okay, now we will learn how to close an open program in C++. To close an open program in C++, just click on the close button. Here it is the close button on the top left corner of the program window. Okay, now we will be learning about the variables. Okay, so all the data and programs are stored in the computer memory. Here a variable is a location in the computer memory that is used to store a value. Okay, so a variable can be declared in a program. The memory location is not its value. Okay, so examples of valid declarations of variables in C++ are: number 1 is int, then char, then float, then long int. Okay, so int means we can store integer type of data values here, like 6, 7, okay, 8. Okay, next one is char. Char means character data type. Okay, so this type of data type for storing the combination of letters and numbers as data. Okay, next one is float. So float means decimal numbers. So by using this data type we can store decimal numbers in a variable. Okay, next one is long int. So long int means long integer data type is used for storing large integer values. Okay, so here it is the first program in C++. So let us write our first program in C++. For this, start a new program by clicking on file and then click on new in the C++ window and type the following code. Okay, so here it is. At first, hash include iostream.h, iostream.h inside the angular bracket. So it is the header file that allows to perform input and output operations, like to take input or to print anything on the output screen. okay, by using cin or cout. Okay. Next is include conio.h. So the extent here is .h, that means it is also a header file. Okay, got it? So it is also a header file that allows to make use of function like getch here, clr scr here. Okay, if you want to execute these functions in the C++, then we have to use this header file conio.h. Okay, so already we know what is function. Function does some specific work or task. Okay, so here clr scr is a function, getch also is a function. Okay, it does the different tasks. Okay, next is void main. Okay, so it is a function, it is the main function of C++ program. So the execution of all C++ programs begin from that function, that is main function. Okay, next is clr scr function. Okay, so this function is used for clearing the output screen. Okay, next is cout. So cout is also the function used to produce output on the screen. Okay, and cin function is used to take the input by the user. Okay, next is getch. So it is also the function that takes us to the output screen. Okay, if we run this program, here it is the program, then we will have the output like that way. So output will be in black screen and the output message will be shown like that way. Hello, welcome to C++ program. Okay, so whenever we want to print something, we have to use cout command with the double arrow. Here it is outside arrow. Okay, got it? And also because we are executing C++ program, we have to mention these two at the top, and then we have to mention void main, then inside the curly bracket, here it is the curly bracket, we have to mention all of this. At first clr scr and then whatever we want to do, and at last getch to get the output screen. Okay, next, now sometimes while solving a program, the computer needs to check some conditions. Okay, so this means that the computer will run the program only if the condition is true. So we can use the if else statement for this purpose. When the condition after if is true, the computer will execute the instructions given after the condition. But when the condition after if is false, then computer will execute the instruction given after else. Okay, so this is called a conditional statement. Okay, so let us write a program to find the bigger of two numbers a and b using a conditional statement. Okay, so we know that whenever we want to write a program in C++, we have to save the program with the extension .cpp. Here it is hello.cpp, and also we have to mention these two header files. At first hash include istream.h and hash include conio.h. Okay, so we are mentioning here. Then we know we have to use void main. Okay, then inside the curly braces we have to write the main program. Okay, so we have to put semicolon for all the lines. Okay, but if it is the conditional statement, then we have to omit the semicolon here. Okay, so at first we are mentioning under the curly braces it is CLRSCR and then semicolon. Okay, we know it is used to clear the screen. Now the question is, we have to check the number, we have to write a program to find the bigger of two numbers a and b. Okay, so that we have to take the variable, two variable for two numbers, okay, a and b. So that we are taking here two input a and b. Okay, we, okay, because the question is to find the value, sorry, because the question is to find the bigger of two numbers a and b. Okay, that means we have to give a number to a, give a number to b, and we have to check which is bigger. Okay, so that we are taking a and b as the variable here, so that we have written here int a b. That means a is also holds the integer value, b also holds the integer value. Okay, got it? And we know what is integer value, so that we are mentioning here int a comma b. That means both of these are the variables. Okay, so a is the variable, b also is a variable. So here after CLR SCR function we are mentioning the variables. Okay, that is a and b, and type of the variable here is integer. We can use float, we can use float also, long integer also. So here it is int ab, that means ab are the variables and the types of the variables is integer. Okay, that means a will take integer value, b will take also integer value. Okay, now the next statement, c in, then inward bracket, angular bracket, then a, then also inward angular bracket and b. Okay, so we know c in function takes the input. Okay, so here c in statement takes the input for a and also for b. Okay, to give the value to a, to give the value of b, we have to use c in statement. Okay, so whenever we are mentioning c in, that means on the output screen it will take values for a and b. Okay, now it is checking that if is greater b or not. So the condition is if the value of a is greater than b, then it will print a is bigger. If it is not true, then it will satisfy this else statement and it will print b is bigger. Okay, got it? So the condition is if a greater than b, then on the output screen it will print a is bigger, so that we are using cout function. And if this statement is not true, then we have to use else and it will print b is bigger using the cout statement. Okay, so if we run this program, then on the output screen at first it blinks, we have to put the value for a first and give, then enter, then also it blinks, we have to enter the value of b next. So here the value of a we have given, that is 23 on the output screen, and next the value of b is 34. Okay, then if we click on the enter key on the keyboard, then it gives the result b is bigger, as the value of b is 34. That means the value of b is greater than the a. so that it will print B is bigger. Okay, so it is the conditional statements. Okay, when the condition after if is true, the computer will execute the instruction given after condition. But when the condition is false, here it is false, here the value of a is not greater than b, that's why this statement is not executed. Okay, it executes else part, here it is b is bigger, that we are getting b is bigger at the output screen. Now we learn how to exit from the C++ window. To exit from the C++ window, at first click on the file, then click on the quit, or we can press Alt plus X on the keyboard to directly exit from the C++ window. So already we have learned about the basic of the C++ programming, its structure, and how to open a program, how to save a program, and how to run a program in C++. And if you got any problem, then pause the video and watch the video again. Okay, if you want to do this practical on your computer, so just download Turbo C++ from the internet. Okay, thank you very much.